The Republican National Committee logo is shown on stage as crew members work at the North Charleston Coliseum in North Charleston, SC on January 13, 2016. The Republican National Committee's rules for next year's nominating contest and convention were released this week with no changes. It addresses question the GOP may face next summer: can delegates vote for a different candidate if the party's presumptive nominee has been convicted of felony? New York. Rules for next year's nominating contest and convention by Republican National Committee were announced this week without addressing a question GOP may face next summer: can party's delegates vote for a different candidate if presumptive nominee is convicted? Former President Donald Trump faces 4 criminal charges that will continue throughout the GOP primary season. This means an overlap of legal and political calendars that is unprecedented in American politics. 15 states and American Samoa hold their GOP primaries on March 5, known as Super Tuesday. This is also day after the first trial is scheduled to begin in Washington on charges that he illegally tried to overturn 2020 election. Trump dominates Republican field and could get most of support he needs by Super Tuesday. By then, nearly half of delegates who chose candidate at GOP convention will have been rewarded. Even if he is convicted in Washington or at another trial, senior party leaders and many voters have indicated they will still side with Trump. His allies are pushing dismiss and postpone the cases or working with state parties to create rules favorable him. Affiliate delegates must vote for a specific presidential candidate at the convention based on their state's primary or caucus results. As in past years, each state party is required to vote its delegates for candidates appointed to them during at least the first round of voting at national convention, with limited exceptions for small numbers of delegates. A candidate wins the nomination if they obtain a majority of 1,215 delegates. At next year's convention, which begins July 15 in Milwaukee, there will be opportunities to change or suspend the rules once adopted, which could require 2/3 of delegates to approve the vote. This is a parliamentary body, said Republican election lawyer Benjamin Ginsburg. He can always exercise his will one way or another if he wants. Such last-minute maneuvers are difficult to organize. And even as Trump's criminal trials approach, there is little sign that delegates might seek another option. They're all going to be elected in contests where people vote for Trump. And I think they're unlikely to change because of a lawsuit if he wins the primary, Ginsburg said. The Trump campaign nevertheless issued a preemptive warning. Any attempt by any swamp rat, any Washington, D.C. swamp rat, subvert the rules would be immediately crushed by those of us who know how to run conventions, said Chris LaChivita. A Trump ad.